welcome back. We're in the kitchen with James Hayduck from the Shrimp Dock. Good to see you here.
It's good to see you also.
So last time we were doing snow crab and king crab, and today we are whipping up something a little different.
Yeah, we're going a little variation on surf and turf. We're going to do a fillet with some lobster sauce.
All right. Is that typically something that you would put on top of a fillet? It's an interesting combo.
I like lobster, so I'll put it on top of anything.
Okay. It sounds delicious.
Yeah,
It really does.
But we got a little bit of a simplified version. So we're starting with our beef here. This is the fillet that we sell at the Shrimp Dock. It's a very nice product, very lean as you can see, but still really tender. It's dry aged a minimum of 3 weeks. That adds a real depth of flavor to the meat.
Okay.
All we're going to do is simply season that on both sides. I just have my favorite store-bought seasoning here. I added a little fresh rosemary to it for a little bit of a extra taste in your mouth when you try that. So we'll just season it on both sides. We got a hot pan, as you can see. We'll drop that in there.
And you said you're just going to sear it, so most of the cooking will come from putting it in the oven.
Exactly. We're going to let it go for about a minute to a minute and a half on this side.
Okay.
We'll flip it and then toss it in the oven at about 350 and allow it to finish. And by flipping it before we put it in the oven, it's going to get a nice crust on the other side.
Right.
So as you can see, this pan is still pretty hot. So we're just going to let that do its thing. Next, we'll talk about the lobster sauce.
Okay.
People are thinking, you know, God, do I really have to buy, $50 worth of lobster to cook this meal? No, we took the shortcut. We have our lobster bisque, which is our soup, and that's
so good. I have had it before, and it's delicious.
Super rich, so it works out well as a sauce. We start with a really rich lobster stock, which we make it in a 100-quart pot. So we kind of have the ability to get that really rich depth of flavor that you would normally be spending all that money on into our soup.
All right.
Flip this filet over real quick.
That looks nice and seared.
Yep.
All right, so once we sear it on both sides, we put in the oven, you said 350, and cook it for about?
We'll go for about, I say give it about 15 minutes.
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes.
And if you want it more done, I'm sure a little bit longer.
Yep.
All right, that looks wonderful.
And here's kind of our finished product. What we've done is we've taken some of our lobster sauce, we've laid it down at the bottom, taken a little asparagus, put that in between, and then we've stacked our filet on top. And we've actually got a couple medallions with some lobster tail on so people know what they're eating. That's a little, people like lobster, so no one's going to be complaining.
Absolutely. Well, that looks delicious. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right.